Hello and a very warm welcome to today's session brought to you by Team Testbook Supercoaching. I hope all of you are doing really well. देरी नहीं करते हुए फटाफट से आज की सेशन को स्टार्ट करते हैं। अभी हम लोग 12 क्वेश्चंस को देख रहे थे आपकी आज के 100 क्वेश्चंस वर्कबुक में जो मैंने आप लोगों के साथ मास्टर क्लास पे शेयर की थी। अगर आपको कोई भी और डाउट्स हैं, प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, ये वाली मास्टर क्लास जो आज मैंने आपके साथ 100 क्वेश्चंस शेयर किए हैं उसका पीडीएफ मैं टेलीग्राम चैनल पे भी भेज दूंगी क्योंकि दिस इज अ सीरीज दैट आई वांट यू टू रिवाइज ओवर द वीकेंड आल्सो। तो आप एक बार अच्छी तरह से इसको देख लीजिएगा। अभी हम लोगों ने वी हैड सीन अप अंटिल 13th क्वेश्चन, हम लोगों ने 13 क्वेश्चन तक मास्टर क्लास के अंदर कवर कर लिया था। उसी से ही थोड़ा सा कंटिन्यू करेंगे, ठीक है, उसी से ही थोड़ा सा कंटिन्यू करेंगे। और नेक्स्ट वीक आपके दोनों मास्टर क्लासेस एज वेल एज यूट्यूब क्लास के अंदर नॉट ओनली विल बी प्रैक्टिस मॉक टेस्ट क्वेश्चंस, लेकिन थोड़ा सा थ्योरेटिकल टच पे भी हम लोग फोकस करेंगे कि हाउ वी कैन make sure that topic wise we are adding more knowledge overall, right? तो देरी नहीं करते हुए फटाफट से let's just quickly get started, right? Let's just quickly get started with today's session. One second, I'll just share the link also so that all of you are well aware that we've started with the class. चलिए, let's very quickly get started. Let's very quickly get started now with the class. Good evening, Sujit, Rashmi, Anushika, Kumari, Yashika, Simar, Anjali, Wilfran. मैंने ना अभी I have not added today's so-called overall we were able to see a lot of you were able to bag the so-called you were a part of the leaderboard, so I have not shared that at all right now in this particular edition. लेकिन अभी तक हम लोगों ने question number 1 to 12, right? We all saw that we had practiced question numbers 1 to 12. Question 1 to 12 हम लोगों ने master class में कर लिए हैं. 13th onwards we are starting on the YT, and I'll share this telegram, I'll share the PDF of these questions, the 100 questions that are there. ये जो 100 questions है इसका workbook, इस 100 questions का workbook I will be sharing it on the telegram platform as well, ताकि आप Sunday तक ये सारे 100 questions को complete कर सकते हैं along with solutions and explanations. ठीक है? Good evening Maya, good evening Zamar, Wilfran, Anjali, good evening everybody. So let's just quickly get started. Let's just quickly get started. मैं एक minute I will just start with the. So we looked at Carl Churchill, we looked at playing in the dark altogether. Subaltern studies भी हम लोगों ने देख लिया था. We have to start with question number 13, and here comes your question number 13. So let's just quickly get started with this. Good evening, Siva, Fatima. Question number 13 has started. Let's just quickly see. You have 15 seconds. Braj Khachru identifies dash phases in the introduction of bilingualism in English in India. English in India को cover करने के लिए आपकी MEG की book भी है. MEG 10 का जो course है वो English in India के लिए काफी अच्छा है. If you are able to review it, well and good. वरना हम लोग YouTube के through English in India को cover करेंगे. There are a couple of things that we have been covering overall. तो ये चीज आपको याद रखनी है. One second. Okay, right. So here we are able to see, right? Here we are able to see. Good evening, Devashish. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Right. So let's just see. तो कुछ चीजें हम लोग YouTube के ऊपर भी we will be covering with all of you. Like I told you, आपका we will be looking at some parts of a textbook also to cover your British writers. So there are a couple of things that we are planning up for all of you, which will really help and benefit you. चलिए जल्दी से बताइए यहाँ पर what becomes the right answer when we are talking about bilingualism. जब हम bilingualism को discuss कर रहे हैं तो इसमें कितने aspects आते हैं? 3 aspects. Very good. Sam Sangita, future dreams, very good. Future dreams is also got it right. No. Good evening, Abhilasha. Good evening. Okay, so what are we able to see according to Brij Khachru? There are 3 important phases of bilingualism. ठीक है, 3 important phases of bilingualism आ जाते हैं. तो ब्रज खाचरू के हिसाब से कितने he is identifying with how many? He is identifying with 3 important phases of bilingualism that we are able to see. ठीक है, so according to Khachru, what is he saying कि 3 important phases हैं when we are talking about bilingualism in English in India altogether. पहला आपका क्या है, पहला आपका मिशनरी फेज है. सो व्हेन द मिशनरीज आर कमिंग, यही आज थोड़ा डिस्टर्बेंस हो रहा था क्लासरूम क्लास में, वो आई थिंक वो गो लाइव का बटन दोबारा से रिफ्रेश करना था आफ्टर फ्लक्चुएशन, बट एनीवे डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. वही मैं आप लोगों को बता रही थी, अफ्रीकन लिटरेचर के केस में भी आपका मिशनरी फेज है, दैट वाज स्टार्टेड विद द अराइवल ऑफ द क्रिश्चियन मिशनरीज ओवरऑल. फिर आपका सेकेंड फेज इज द डिमांड ऑफ साउथ एशियन पब्लिक, राइट. So many people were trying to talk about spread English. Remember, Raja Rammohn Roy was also saying the only way through which you can actually eliminate all evils is via spreading English as a language. ये चीज बोली जा रही थी, राइट. तो ये आपको याद रखना है. तो ये यू आर एबल टू सी कैसे राजा राममोहन रॉय, राजूनाथ हरी, नावालकर. सो आई डोंट नो इफ यू आर एबल टू सी दिस ओवर हियर. ये है नावालकर, दिस इज नावालकर एंड राजा राममोहन रॉय. दे वर आल्सो ट्राइंग टू टेल यू, राजा राममोहन रॉय भी आपको बोलना चाह रहे थे दैट यू नो प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस इंग्लिश because that is how you will be able to actually eliminate all the drawbacks. And the third phase that you are able to see, right, जो आपका third phase आ रहा है, that is basically when we are able to see that people actually started adopting, people were able to speak their own native tongue as well as English overall. तो वो आपका third part आ रहा है. So what is he trying to say? That there are three important phases: missionaries, Indians asking for it, then Indians adopting themselves. So Kachu talks about these three important aspects that we are able to look at. Okay, moving on to the next question. Which of the following is not an objective of Anne Gray's research practice for cultural studies, ethnographic methods and lived cultures? इसको आप cultural studies notes के अंदर भी डाल लीजिएगा. You can put it in your cultural studies notes as well. You can put it in under your cultural studies notes as well. जल्दी से बताइए, Anne Gray's research practice for cultural studies, ethnographic methods and lived cultures. What is it that we are talking about? What is it that we are talking about? What is it that we are talking about? What is it that we are talking about over here? What is it that we are talking about? It's not an objective. To give an account of the main ethnographic methods that have influenced cultural studies. Yes, 200% correct, right? Yes, that is 200% correct altogether. To offer practical guidance of the craft of research. Yes, यही आपको पढ़ाया भी जाता है. To provide only qualitative research information, not at all. Rather, cultural studies में ये भी चीजें आपकी, it's not just qualitative that we are able to see, right? It's not just qualitative that we are able to look at. तो ये भी चीज आपको याद रखनी पड़ेगी, alright? ये भी चीज आपको याद रखनी पड़ेगी. शब्द chutnification is what Rushdie talks about. ठीक है, chutnification of English is what Rushdie talks about. Khachru is different. Khachru is talking about the concentric circles, right? That is what he is discussing. तो ये C जो है, it is not correct. ठीक है, C is not correct. ठीक है, C is not correct. To provide help with key questions of evaluative criteria, yes. So Anne Gray, ये please लिख लीजिएगा. Anne Gray that you are coming, research practice for cultural studies. ये cultural studies we are seeing is a beast, right? So when we are talking about Zainuddin Sardar, what does Zainuddin Sardar in graphic book of cultural studies, introduction to cultural studies, says that cultural studies is a beast, right? हम लोग cultural studies को क्या कर रहे हैं? Cultural studies is actually a beast that you are able to see. तो ये चीज आपको याद रखनी है. This is something that you will have to remember over here, that Anne Gray क्या बोल रहे हैं. Anne Gray over here is trying to tell you about critical selective account. आपको account select करना बहुत important है. Who is the target audience through which you're going to be conducting that research? Second, practical guidance on the craft of research, formulating the topic. हम आपको बताते हैं कि आप अपनी research कैसे कर सकते हैं, concept paper पे कैसे focus करना है, research thesis कैसे develop करनी है altogether. Third, it provides help with key questions of evaluative research, but qualitative सिर्फ नहीं है. ठीक है, please remember that. So this is what you are able to see. So anybody who wants to do empirical research, they will be able to understand कि कैसे popular fiction, popular culture को understand करने के लिए भी Anne Gray का work जो है, that is trying to actually give you a method to madness, as they say, right? That is what you are able to look at. Okay. Manushi is an Indian journal associated with. Manushi is an Indian journal that is associated with. So what is it associated with? Manushi is associated with what? Manushi is associated. Yes, absolutely right. Very good, Shabnam. Culture is not innocent, right? Culture is not innocent at all. That is what you are able to see. Good. What is the correct answer over here? Manushi, the Indian journal that we are having, is associated with It is associated with feminism. ठीक है? It is associated with Manushi, a journal about women and society. ये feminism से associated है. It was founded in 1978 by Madhu Kishwar. Madhu Kishwar and Ruth Vanita. Ruth Vanita, again a very important critic that we have. ठीक है? They are both based out of New Delhi and ये bi-monthly publish होता था. That is what you are able to see. It ended right by the end of the year 2006. So again, the status of women in India, the role that women play overall, right? That is what you are able to see. पूरा का पूरा, so it is associated with feminism. तो हम लोगों ने करा गौरी विश्वनाथन्स Masks of Conquest associated with post-colonialism, and then Manushi the journal, Manushi जो journal है, that is associated with feminism. Manushi the journal is associated with feminism. Please remember that. Okay. So here and it is trying to talk about South Asian concerns on feminism overall. This is what you are able to see. So please remember Manushi, right? Please remember when we are looking at Manushi, this is of course a very important thing. Okay. Moving on to the next question that we are having. Let's see how many of you get the right answer over here. Jaldi se bataiye. The next question, very easy, very simple. The uses of literacy. Which of the following cultural theorists examining the influence of mass media in the United Kingdom? In the United, very good, Wilfran. Very good, Wilfran. Very good, Wilfran. I really appreciate your patience. Poor chap is like, what is there an update or not on whether the class is starting? We had a, जैसे कहते हैं ना, विमान में थोड़ा देरी हो गई, and probably tomorrow they were having, anyway I'll discuss it with them. So Richard Hogarth is the right answer. Richard Hogarth, 1957, the uses of literacy. It is trying to tell you about how elite culture was no more the culture that you had. There was a massification that you were able to see. So this was a watershed movement. This was a watershed moment altogether जो हम लोग देख पा रहे थे. तो ये चीज आप प्लीज थोड़ा सा याद रखिएगा. So Manushi, journalism for feminism, and Gray's topic on how you can conduct research in cultural studies, uses of literacy by Richard Hogarth. So please remember that. Okay, please keep that in mind. पॉपुलर कल्चर को पूरी तरह से ये डाइसेक्ट करता है, डिकोड करता है. यू आर एबल टू लुक एट ऑल दीज एस्पेक्ट्स, राइट? होगार्ट इज अटैकिंग, right? He is basically attacking overall not the popular culture but the elite culture and the uses of literacy. He is trying to explore that. Okay, moving on to the next question, direction, right? This is from the following passage. I'm nobody. Who are you? Are you nobody too? Then there's a pair of us. Don't tell. They advertise. How dreary to be somebody. Public like a frog to tell. Which of the following poetic devices emphasizes the reluctance of the poet to become somebody? To become somebody. To become somebody. Yes, the University of Birmingham. Absolutely right. Very good. What is the right answer? ये कहाँ से आ रहा है? First of all, when you are looking at these lines, where are these famous lines coming in from? I'm nobody. Who are you? Are you nobody too as well? Right? Where are you able to see that these lines are coming in from? Where are these lines coming in from? Where are these lines coming in from? Emily Dickinson. अभी हम लोगों ने क्वेश्चन भी किया था एमिली डिकिंसन के ऊपर. नेहा, कुमारी, राजश्री, रश्मि, सुप्रतिम, शबनम. एक्सीलेंट शबनम, गुड, वेरी गुड, राइट? शबनम बेचारी हमेशा ट्राई करना बिल्कुल नहीं छोड़ती है. दैट्स लाइक वेरी गुड, वेरी इंप्रेसिव क्वालिटी. That is something which is very important. So again, it is trying to literally exclamation mark जो आपका आ रहा है, right? I'm nobody. Emily Dickinson is trying to tell you, right? So exclamation use हो रहा है, I'm nobody. Who are you? Are you nobody too? Then it makes two of us all together. Very beautiful lines that you're able to see. Okay. Now, through which of the following images the poet displays her abhorrence of being recognized? Abhorrence of being recognized. And this is very simple. This is very simple. Good, Shabnam, nice. This is very simple. ये बिल्कुल एकदम से सही होना चाहिए. This cannot be easier than this. So when you say ना passages are difficult, that is not entirely true, right? That is not. ये सामने दे रखा है, like a frog, right? How dreary is the word for abhorrence, right? Dreary is a word for abhorrence. इससे ज़्यादा direct question वो दे नहीं सकते हैं. Why is she scared of being known, right? Emily Dickinson is scared of being known. And konsa image, like a frog, they'll be able to see, like, for instance, when you see rat or a or a mosquito or a lizard, how you are feeling repulsed altogether. तो ये चीज वो आपको दिखा रहे हैं. So this is how you'll have to pay attention. Okay, like a frog, she describes a public person as like being a frog altogether. They'll be able to remember you, they'll be able to understand who you are. Okay, again, what does the word bog refer to? To an admiring bog, to an admiring bog. So I'm nobody, who are you? Are you nobody too? Then there is the pair of us, exclamation mark is being used altogether, right? All right. Don't tell they advertise, how dreary to be somebody, how public like a frog, to tell one's name, the livelong June, to an admiring bog. What is the correct answer over here? What becomes the right answer over here? When we are looking at it, what becomes the right answer over here? What is the right answer here? Excellent. Simar Taran, Supratim. Very good, very good, very good, very good. That is the right answer. That is the right answer. Isolation. Okay, what does a bog refer to? To an admiring bog, isolation. That is what Emily Dickinson was actually standing for. Okay, so please remember that. Okay, one more. What does the line don't tell they advertise, in today's time? They advertise, So what does this imply? What does this imply? What is this implying? What is the implication that you're able to see? यहाँ पर आपका implication क्या आ रहा है? यहाँ पर आपका implication क्या आ रहा है? What is the implication that you're able to look at? What is the what is the implication that you're able to look at? Well, then absolutely right. Toll of popular press and media, right? The toll of popular press and media. And imagine this is now today's day and age so true also that people do not have their private lives at all. They're all surmounted by pacts, so to say, right? So ये चीज आपको पता चल जाती है. Modern audience can also resonate with its celebrity, right? Sometimes all these recent fiasco that Poonam Pandey's PR campaign, etc. So what are people are doing to stay in the light? Are you even having a personal life? Are you being true to your own self overall? So, and otherwise, are you having any life overall or not? What is the overall tone? What is the overall tone of the poem? Overall tone of the poem क्या है? What is the one feature? What is the one feature of the tone of the poem? What is the one feature of the tone of the poem? So when we are looking at the tone of the poem, how is the tone of the poem? How is the tone of the poem? What is the tone of the poem that you're able to see? What is the tone of the poem that you're able to look at? It is mocking, right? So it is mocking. We've got the answer only. We got the answer only. We got the answer only. So again, it is mocking. That is what you are able to see. Okay? So please remember. In which of the following poems by Alfred Tennyson does a group of mariners put into an altered state? इनको एक altered state में डाल दिया जाता है, right? It is trying to tell you about Odysseus and how Odysseus is coming back to Ithaca, but on the way when he's coming back, how he encounters these problems altogether. तो यहाँ पर what is the correct answer? यहाँ पर what is the correct answer that you are able to see? The lotus eaters. What is the correct answer that you are able to see? The lotus eaters. ठीक है? Lotus eaters is the right answer. Lotus eaters is coming in, all right, and it was inspired by his trip to Spain. ये question भी पूछा जा सकता है. He had gone with his friend Arthur Henry Hallam. Okay, they visited the Pyrenees mountains, right? Remember we had talked about इसी हफ्ते Catskill when we were talking about Catskill Hills. So what was that? That was coming in Washington Irving's work. So please remember that कि ये सारा कुछ कैसे इसका genesis हो रहा है, how you are able to look at, ये चीज आप थोड़ा सा याद रखिएगा. Okay, please remember that. Which of the following Victorian poets, wrote songs before sunrise? Songs before sunrise. Songs before sunrise. Inspired after meeting Mazzini. Inspired after meeting Mazzini. Inspired after meeting Mazzini. The Catskill Mountains. Very good, Wilfred. Excellent. So, what is the correct answer over here? Which of the following Victorian poets? Songs before sunrise. Songs before sunrise. किसने लिखा है? A.C. Swinburne. Okay, A.C. Swinburne. I saw Rani Kumari, very good. Shabnam, Rani, both of them got it right. A.C. Swinburne is writing songs before sunrise inspired after meeting Mazzini. Mazzini को meet करते ही सॉन्ग्स बिफोर सनराइज। आप देखोगे आधे से ज्यादा क्वेश्चन अगर आप कंपाइल कर लोगे तो आपकी विक्टोरियन पोइट्री वैसे ही कंप्लीट हो जाएगा, ठीक है। आपका विक्टोरियन पोइट्री स्ट्रेटेजिकली अगर आप रेगुलर रहेंगे, यू विल कैप्चर ऑल ऑफ दीज क्वेश्चंस ऑल टुगेदर, you will be able to see that you would have completed this unit altogether, ठीक है। So please remember that they are all related to Italy, right? Italy altogether, that is what you're able to see, ठीक है। So Italian patriot Mazzini, right? Italian patriot Mazzini, that is what you're able to see. Jess Butterworth's play Mojo, Jess Butterworth's play Mojo, Jess Butterworth's play Mojo. So when we are looking at Jess Butterworth's play Mojo, right? Jess Butterworth's play Mojo. What is it? What is Jess Butterworth's play Mojo? We even talked about Carl Churchill's work, right? Cloud9, एक एक्ट और दूसरे एक्ट के बीच में कितना फर्क आता है, 25 years का फर्क आता है। अभी हम लोगों ने मास्टर क्लास में भी वो देखा था, right? Very good. Shabnam has got it right. Rani has got it right. Black comedy. Black comedy is the correct answer. ये आप लोग PDF से तो नहीं देख रहे हैं शबनम? Okay, all right. Mojo, 1995. It's by Jess Butterworth. Okay, it premiered in Royal Court Theatre. It is directed by Enriching. Even if you don't remember, it's black comedy set in Soho. Right, fast-paced gangster plot that tells the story of a particular nightclub's culture altogether. ठीक है, ये चीज आप देख पा रहे हो. So please remember that. Okay, please keep that in mind. Robert Bould's play, A Man for All Seasons, A Man for All Seasons, is concerned with which historical personalities? Robert Bould's play, A Man for All Seasons, A Man for All Seasons, is concerned with which of the following historical personalities? Okay, Shabnam, okay, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. Don't worry, don't worry. I was just kidding about it. Yes, what is the correct answer over here? What is the correct answer over here? Henry the Eighth, okay? Henry the Eighth, okay? Henry the Eighth. Yeah, that is what I was wondering. Henry the Eighth is the right answer. Henry the Eighth, but no worries, ये सारे 100 questions I will be giving it to you. Rather, you all should target that these सारे questions, everybody should have it on their fingertips by Sunday. So today we're sitting on, today what day is it? We are on 7th February. 8th tomorrow, 9th, 10th, 11th. By 11th, all of you should target to complete all of these. Okay? So, A Man for All Season by Robert Bolt. It is based on the life of Sir Thomas More. It is inspired by Henry VIII. Henry VIII, वैसे भी जब आप Tudor literature पढ़ते हो, what are we talking about in Tudor literature? The infamous Henry VIII and how he starts, you know, the entire Church of England because he wants to get married to Anne Boleyn. Even Hilary Mantel अपनी works में, even Hilary Mantel, the recipient of the Booker Prize twice, she also in her works is actually trying to talk about it. So please remember that. In Robert Browning's Pipa Passes, which of the following Italian towns is mentioned? कौन से Italian town को Robert Brown का Pipa Passes में करा है? Songs Before Sunrise, AC Swinburne. Mazzini के meeting के बाद inspired है. Songs Before Sunrise, AC Swinburne. So please इस तरह से you will have to recollect and make sure that you are matching all of these. ठीक है? So please remember that. Please keep that in mind. What is the correct answer over here, everybody? A solo. A solo is the right answer. Okay, a solo is the right answer over here. A solo. So Pipa Passes. Pipa Passes. This is a verse drama by Robert Browning. Okay, and a solo is the place that you're able to see. Okay, so please remember that. So here, what are you able to see? Environment of a solo. That is coming in. There is a young, blameless, silk-winding girl wandering innocently altogether. Her mind is attributing kindness, virtue. She passes as she goes altogether, right? Reminding of goodness in everything. That is what Pipa Passes is predominantly trying to talk about. Okay, so a solo ka jo city hai, that is the one that is actually mentioned. Okay, the married couple Edward and Flora appear in which marital drama? एडवर्ड एंड फ्लोरा, ये कपल जो हैं, जैसे एलिसन एंड जिमी पॉटर कहाँ पर आते हैं? लुक बैक इन एंगर. सो दिस वे, हु इज अफ्रेड ऑफ वर्जीनिया वुल्फ अगेन कौन है? अ स्लाइट टेक, द वे ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, मिसैंथ्रोप. व्हिच वर्क आर यू एबल टू सी? वेयर आर दे कमिंग? वेयर आर दे कमिंग? वेयर आर यू एबल टू सी एडवर्ड एंड फ्लोरा? एडवर्ड एंड फ्लोरा का जो कैरेक्टर है कहाँ पर आ रहा है? एडवर्ड एंड फ्लोरा. एडवर्ड एंड फ्लोरा. Edward and Flora. Very good. Supratim has got it right. Excellent. Supratim has got it right. Supratim is absolutely right. Supratim is absolutely right. A slight take by Harold Pinter. A slight take by Harold Pinter. Tragi-comedy play here altogether. Right? Married couple, dreams and desires altogether that you're able to see. Okay? So please remember that. Insecurities, threats that you're able to look at. Okay? And Edward, so please keep that in mind. Both of these couples are actually being represented here. Which of the following Tom's two parts plays are concerned with the relationship between past and present? Past and present. Tom's two part का कौन सा play is actually telling you about both past and present. It is both telling you about past and present. What is the correct answer? Past and present से कौन सा work deal कर रहा है? Which work is dealing with past and present? Which work is dealing with past and present? Which work is dealing with past and present? We are able to see Arcadia, right? Arcadia. Arcadia is dealing with past and present, right? Arcadia is dealing with past and present. So please remember that Arcadia is the play which is actually dealing with both past and present. It is set kahan par? Sidley Park mein it is set, an English country house in Derbyshire. It is taking place, both in 1809 and 12 and the present day altogether. Two modern scholars and the house's current residents altogether that you're able to see. Okay, Thomasina is the genius. She comes to understand chaos theory and the second law of thermodynamics before it is established altogether. If you've read if you've seen the Big Bang Theory also, you'll be able to see. Okay. Yes, Shabnam. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Rather, there are two pairs of married couples that are coming in. Okay. So that is what you're able to see. So past and present, Arcadia is dealing with Tom's two-part Arcadia is dealing with both past and present. That is what we're able to see. Okay, who is Samson's wife in John Milton's Samson Agonist? Who is Samson's wife? Who is Samson's wife? Who is Samson's wife in John Milton's Samson Agonist? Samson Agonist में who is Samson's wife? Who is Samson's wife that we are able to see? Who is Samson's wife? Delilah is Samson's wife. Okay, Delilah is Samson's wife. Samson Agonist में आप what are you able to see? It's a closet drama, tragic closet drama altogether. It's focusing on the betrayal of Samson at the hands of Delilah, the wife that you are able to see, inspired by Milton's own problems that he had, right? So when we look at Mary Powell, Elizabeth Minshall, right? So again, the three wives that Milton had, one of the wives is actually inspiring this overall. That is what you're able to see. So Delilah is the right answer. Okay, Delilah is the right answer. That is what you're able to actually see. Okay, so इसको थोड़ा सा please आप याद रखिएगा. I will quickly come on. Just give me 1 second. Now I'm coming on to a different question for all of you. 1 second. Here we go on to the next question that we have for all of you. Match the following. There is list 1 and list 2. बीच में आपका एक पोएट्री पैसेज का क्वेश्चन है बिकॉज अभी अभी हम लोगों ने एक पोएट्री पैसेज का क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट किया है. दूसरा वाला आप प्लीज होमवर्क के फॉर्म में कर लीजिएगा. मास्टर क्लास से आप उसका पीडीएफ डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. अदरवाइज आई एम ऑल्सो शेयरिंग टुडेज पीडीएफ ऑन द टेलीग्राम प्लेटफॉर्म. ठीक है, तो आप ये देख सकते हैं. All right. Yes, absolutely right, Devashish. Closet drama is drama that is meant to be read and not to be performed, right? Absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. What is the correct answer over here? What becomes the right answer over here? Jaldi se bataiye. What is the correct answer that you're able to see? This poem will provoke you. This poem will provoke you. Meena Kandaswamy is writing it. Only one option is having A as 4. Okay? Atmospheric embroideries, Meena Alexander. And necklace of skulls, Eunice D'Souza. When God is a traveler, अरुंधति सुब्रमण्यम. तो एक भी क्वेश्चन अगर आपको पता है, you are able to actually answer it properly. Please remember that, right? This poem will provoke you. Meena Kandaswamy is writing this. Meena Kandaswamy is talking about it. In atmospheric embroidery, Meena Alexander is the writer that you are able to see. Okay? When God is a traveler, Arundhati Subramaniam is coming in. Okay? So please remember that. And even Eunice D'Souza's work is coming. So ये ये सारा का सारा necklace of skulls जो आपका आ रहा है. So all of these works are important. Please remember all of these, right? This poem will provoke you, atmospheric embroidery, necklace of the skulls, as well as when God is a traveler. Okay, all of them are important. All of them are critically crucial. Okay, match the following novelists and novels. Novelists and novels को आप match कीजिए. July's people कौन लिख रहा है? Gaudimer is the writer. C कहाँ पर 2 आ रहा है? जहाँ पर C 2 नहीं है, please use the elimination method and remove it. Right? Please use the waiting for barbarians किसका है? Kodsi का है. Who is writing waiting for barbarians? Kodsi is writing it. B, what you are able to see? 1. Okay, both of them are having 1. What is the correct answer over here? What is the correct answer over here? A आपका क्या है? When we are talking about Ashmedanger, bitter fruit. So automatically B becomes the right answer. Okay. J.M. Coetzee, waiting for barbarians. Nadine Gordimer, July's people. That is what you are able to see. And when we are looking at Bryce Courtney, the power of 1. Okay, the power of 1. And Ashmedanger, bitter fruit. Bitter fruit is the work that Ashmedanger is writing. So please remember that ये चीजें आपको थोड़ी याद रखनी है. Waiting for barbarians, Coetzee. The power of 1. The power of 1 is by Bryce Courtney. Bryce Courtney is writing it, set in South Africa. Classroom students, please, I know ये आपका class दोबारा होगा, but African literature में please make a note of these 4 writers as well. Okay, July's People by Nadine Gordimer. Nadine Gordimer is the writer writing July's People all together. Okay, and this is of course coming. Bitter Fruit is by Ashmedanger. Ashmedanger is writing Bitter Fruit. Okay, so please keep that in mind. In Frances Burney's novel Evelina, the eponymous heroine comes out of the society in 2 locations. They are the 2 locations that you are able to see that the eponymous character comes in. In 2 locations, the eponymous character comes in. What are the 2 locations that you are able to see? What are the 2 locations that you are able to see? What are the 2 locations that you are able to see? What are the two locations that you are able to look at? It's not Bath. So you can use the elimination method and eliminate. It's not Bath, right? So what are the other locations that you're able to see? It's not even Bristol. It's not, so Bristol is of course there. It's not even Leeds. Leeds is also not coming in, right? So what becomes the right answer? You have Bristol and London. Both Bristol and London. Very good, Anushika. Good. So the 2 locations that you are able to see, Bristol and London. Fanny Burney ka Evelina, what are you able to see? Frances Burney ka Evelina, the eponymous name of the character is the same as the name of the novel. It was published in 1778. Complete title, The History of a Young Girl's Entrance into the World. ये subtitle भी आपका पूछा जाता है. उल्टा कल की मास्टर क्लास में हम लोगों ने यही क्वेश्चन किया था, तो अब आपको ये याद हो गया होगा. नॉवल ऑफ मैनर्स है. Bristol and London में coming out हो रहा है, right? So that is what you're able to see. There is a realization coming of age as you're able to see. ठीक है, प्लीज इसको याद रखिएगा. आइडेंटिफाई द थिएटर्स ऑफ एलिजाबेथियन पीरियड. एलिजाबेथियन पीरियड के क्या हैं? पीकॉक इज नॉट देयर. पीकॉक इज नॉट देयर. सो पीकॉक नहीं है. So you can actually use the elimination method. Globe is there, right? Globe is there, and so is Swan. So Globe and Swan are the 2 theaters that you are able to see during the Elizabethan age, right? Globe and Swan are the 2 theaters that you are able to see during the Elizabethan age. So please remember that. अच्छा, ये भी चीज याद रखिएगा. Swan was built in 1595. It housed the acting company Pembroke's Men. ये आपको पूछा जा सकता है. Okay, and Globe of course 1599, and it housed Lord Chamberlain's Men, which is Shakespeare's acting company. तो आपको ये acting company भी पता होना चाहिए. Swan, how it had Pembroke's Men. How Swan had Pembroke's Men. So ये pointer भी याद रखिएगा, क्योंकि Elizabethan state से भी आपके questions पूछे जाते हैं. You do have questions coming from Elizabethan age. In which poem does Matthew Arnold express his dilemma, wandering between 2 worlds, one dead, the other powerless to be born? One dead, the other powerless to be born. One dead, the other powerless to be born. What is the right answer over here? One dead, the other powerless to be born. One dead, the other powerless to be born. Which work are we talking about? Which work are we talking about? One dead, the other powerless to be born. Very good, Maya. Excellent. Very nice, Maya. Good job. Very good. Stanzas from the Grand Zarathustra is the right answer. Loss of faith. So one dead and the other, so when we are looking at the other powerless to be born. So this is the lines that you're able to see. Stanza from the Grand Zarathustra. This is a monastery in France, right? This is a setting altogether. It's divided into 35 stanza. It was published in 1855. As it is, Matthew Arnold talks about loss of faith. Matthew Arnold किस चीज को डिस्कस कर रहे हैं? Loss of faith को डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. That is another thing that we are able to see in the works of Matthew Arnold. So please इसको याद रखिएगा. The emblem is a poem, is a poetic genre containing a symbolic picture with a text and verse composition, exposition, beg your pardon, popular in early 17th century. Who popularized this kind of poetry? Through his work Emblems. 45 questions तक जल्दी से cover कर लेते हैं आज, ठीक है? Then I'll let you go. 100 questions please complete कर लीजिएगा. Okay, what is the correct answer? What is it? Very good, Shabnam. That's good. Francis Quarles. What is the right answer? मुझे लगता है सिमर तरन ने सही जवाब दे दिया था. Very good. Francis Quarles is the right answer. Francis Quarles, he's popularized emblem poetry. Emblem poetry जो आपकी है वो किसने popularize करी है? Francis Quarles ने popularize करी है. Okay, Byron work. Which of Byron's works, starts like this? I want a hero, an uncommon want when every year and month sends. Every year and month sends. This is month. Sends forth a new one. Sends forth a new one. Okay, Fatima, thank you so much. Fatima's a sweetheart. Please please do like, right? Because otherwise, obviously, if you don't give your support, then you don't see us on the platform otherwise. Okay, what is the correct answer? Don Juan is the right answer. Don Juan is the right answer that you're able to see. Don Juan, I want a hero, an uncommon want when every year and month sends forth a new one. That is what you're able to see. 16 cantos overall. ठीक है, तो इसको आप please याद रखिएगा. ठीक है, इसको आप please अच्छी तरह से ध्यान में रखिएगा because this also becomes right. Which of the following recent novels is a retelling of Sophocles' Antigone? Sophocles का Antigone का it is a retelling. It is a retelling of Sophocles' Antigone. It is a retelling of Sophocles' Antigone. Which work are we talking about? Which work are we talking about? No, no, no. What is the correct answer here? अभी तो किसी का सही नहीं आया है. अभी तक किसी का सही नहीं आया है. वेरी गुड. तिथि हैज गिवन द राइट आंसर. एक्सीलेंट तिथि. तिथि वैसे हम लोगों ने प्रैक्टिस किया हुआ है. कमला शामशी होम फायर. Kamala Shamshi's Home Fire, retelling of Sophocles' Antigone, right? Pakistani born British writer that you're able to see. Post colonial literature में आप add कर सकते हैं South Asian writers के अंदर. Kamala Shamshi's Home Fire that you're able to see. Other works, Broken Verses, In the City by the Sea, Burnt Shadows, all of these are there. It gets set in the British Muslim, among the British Muslims altogether, craving for identity. That is a major search in Home Fire. तो ये चीज आप देख पा रहे हो. Okay, identify two important works of Paul de Man from the following. Identify two important works of Paul de Man. This is the last question for today, and I urge all of you to please complete your homework अच्छी तरह से, ठीक है? Please complete your homework. Paul de Man का two important works. Paul de Man का two important works that we are able to see. Two important works. Blindness and insight is one work. So you can use the elimination method. You can use the elimination method. What is the other one? What is the other one? What is the other one? The other one is allegories of reading. The other one is allegories of reading. Okay? So both blindness and insight and allegories of reading, ये works Paul de Man के हैं. Who is Paul de Man? Belgian literary critic altogether. ठीक है, डिकंस्ट्रक्शन से एसोसिएटेड है पॉल द मान along with Jacques Derrida. Yale critics भी आपको पता है. Yale School of Criticism is also important in this category. ठीक है, please review everything and take a tour of all the questions. I will share the PDF on the Telegram platform also. अगर कोई भी doubt हो तो do let me know about it. In case if there are any other questions, just let me know. कल के लिए ना just be alert on both Telegram as well as WhatsApp. In case if there'll be any change in schedule, I'll let you people know because I have a doctor's appointment. So in case if there is any change of schedule, I'll definitely keep you people posted. But otherwise, we'll have our session. Fine. Thanks everyone for joining. Really appreciate everyone being on time. Take good care of yourselves. I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Otherwise, definitely day after tomorrow. Okay. Thanks everyone. Take good care of yourselves. I'll see you then. One second. The ending one only. Thank you. Thanks, Anshika, Zamar. Kuwar, Sahib, Fatima, Maya, Supratim, Monica, Wilfran, Ayushi, Shabnam. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Just give me 1 second. I think इसको off करने के लिए ना I'll take 1 minute more. Yeah, perfect. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye.